Good morning. I'm meteorologist Byron Douglas on this Wednesday, August 6th. Welcome to our all streaming. Casey and Mitch will be along in a moment with a look at the news and a relatively quiet day overall. It's going to be the hottest day so far here in the month of August. We officially haven't hit 90 yet. The heat index, if you're out there doing a two-a-day, got some football teams practicing. Some will be going this afternoon. Cross country there as well. This is not bad. I mean, we had those heat indexes virtually every day in July, up over 105. So we'll be in the lower 90s as we go into the afternoon hours. And we've had some questions on the air quality alerts, the smoke issues, generally up with the Canadian wildfires. There's like 3,500 separate fires up in Canada. So the air quality alerts are up in Michigan, areas there in Wisconsin. In fact, the smoke forecast is generally to the north of the area. Really have the greatest effects generally northern Indiana up through Chicago, upper parts of the Midwest and those locations. I'll grab that full. So that's been encouraging overall. And we're in much better shape with respect to fog. Visibility at the airport now is up to 9 miles. Now, it was 0 earlier in Harrisburg, Jasper, Huntingburg, Tell City. So this time of day here, a little after 8:30, with the high sun angle, we're in pretty good shape. We take Doppler full, there's nothing on the board. I think the best chance for an isolated thunderstorm, Jasper, Tell City, Hartford, Muhlenberg County, areas along 231 and 431, and generally east of Interstate 65. You'll be closest to that upper level low, so that would be the best setup for a few showers and storms. You know, areas there in Charlotte, North Carolina had 7 to 8 inches of rain. Some folks drove into flooded roadways there, but they were okay. They went around some of the barricades, which you're not supposed to do, but everybody's all right. We had some video on 14 News Sunrise, and Arden Gregory will have some additional details coming up on 14 News at 11, and then again at noon. You got some showers through about Council Bluffs, Iowa, Omaha, Lincoln, up to about Des Moines. The nastiest storms are out in southwestern portions there of Iowa. That won't be a factor for us. Taking a look at today, we're headed for 89. We had 101 in 1930. And what's interesting about 1930, it cooled off by the 10th, and then 52 in 1948. And see, yes, I did include a graphic. I think these are interesting little factoids. In 1930, 101. And by the 10th, there's a few days on the 10th and 11th, we dropped into the upper 70s. In 2000, that was a quiet August, only 4 days at 90 or greater, and we had a high temperature of only 79 on this date. So quite a start to the school year, or a cool start, I should say, back in 2000. All right, we'll take this full. Look at this, the August temperature scorecard. We had 86 yesterday. We had 1/100th in the rain gauge. We've had 1300ths now for the month. So we haven't had much here in the way of rain. The big soaking was up in Tennyson earlier in the week. Temps are in the 70s, 74 at Evansville, 74 in Madisonville, a 73 in Lawrenceville, and a 75 in Lewisport at this hour. Here's a look at the guidance. The next 6 to 10 days are scheduled to be above normal. And we're going to see this over the weekend and then into next week. But right now, it's not going to mature into a major heat wave or anything like that. So that's a look across the area. Remember, in July, we had kind of a sea of red where we were solidly above average. And precipitation, now we haven't seen it as of yet. We'll have better chance, especially in the middle of next week, guiding to push us slightly above average during that time frame. So as we go hour by hour, it looks like this. Kind of looking at mid to upper 80s, all in all, not too bad. And those dew points about 70. So as we go hour by hour, a few pop-up showers during the afternoon. The flooding threats are generally to the east of Interstate 65. And then more of the same on Thursday. And you don't see any arrows moving here for the most part because the winds are fairly light. They're going to be out of the north today at like 3 to 4 miles an hour. And then the risk for thunderstorms generally will stay to the north and west, not only today, but then for tomorrow, kind of up in North and South Dakota. So we're not at risk for any severe weather. And then in the future, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday overall, high temps will stretch into lower 90s. I mean, when we had the first weekend in August, high temps were only in the lower 80s, so quite a turn. But for the most part, dry. The only snag, if you're going over to the St. Louis Cubs series over the weekend, 3-game set with Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's a big rivalry. Some showers most of the showers should stay north there of the ballpark. All right, let's take a look at the 7-day forecast. 89 for this afternoon, and then we gradually warm up as we go into Thursday at 91. But lower 90s Saturday and Sunday, as I mentioned. No major heat wave across the area during that time frame. And then next week, we start to see those daily chances for showers and thunderstorms during that time frame, but not associated generally with any severe weather or anything like that. So I thought I'd keep it pretty pithy today, kind of short and sweet. There's a look at the 7-day forecast, but we see Mitch and Casey on deck. They will have a look at the news. Big first day of school. We had a little bit of fog out there, and they'll have more as we take a look at the news.
Stay informed on your local news and weather throughout the day by watching the 14 First Alert streaming shows. At 8:30 a.m., get your First Alert forecast to plan the day ahead and catch up on the news that happened overnight with the 14 News Sunrise team. In the afternoon, get the latest headlines, forecasts, and a preview of the stories we're working on with the 14 First Alert streaming show at 2:30. And get an in-depth look at the 14 First Alert forecast so you're ready for the next big thing with the 14 First Alert weather show at 9 p.m. Watch the 14 First Alert streaming show that fits your schedule and works best for you. Streaming on your phone by downloading the 14 News app and the 14 First Alert weather app. On your smart TV by using the 14 News streaming app. And stream anytime on Facebook, YouTube, or on 14news.com. Stay connected and stay informed by watching the 14 First Alert streaming shows on your favorite streaming devices.
Oh, good morning, and thanks for joining us for the news portion of the stream show. It's early.
That's right.
I'm Mitch Carter.
It is early indeed. We are your sunrise team.
Yeah, so it's actually late for us.
Yes,
but,
that's right. That's
tuckered
right.
out.
Actually, this morning they popped us up on the wrong cameras. I think they're just trying to keep us awake at this point. So, no, we're kidding. We are alive and well and super awake for you this morning on our Wednesday streaming show, coming to you live here from the 14 News Studios. You know the drill. We've pulled a few headlines, and of course, the theme, as you guessed, it's back to school stories. Let's hop right into it.
Let's do it. First one here. As many students and teachers in the Tri-State head back to the classroom this week, we know that EPD is working out there to ensure a safe start to the new school year. Got some video here for you. For the next several weeks out there, officers will be in full force for a traffic blitz, which is meant to keep kids safe there as they board and exit school buses and, of course, cross the road. One of the key reminders officers are emphasizing is the importance of staying alert when driving behind or even near a school bus. With summer break coming to a close here, more and more school buses will be out on the city roads there across Evansville, and EPD officials say they're not doing this to catch more people breaking the law, but rather to protect students and ensure their safety as they make their way to and from school.
If you're behind a bus, know that when those lights come on that they're braking, that stop arm is likely coming out, and that's a guaranteed fine if you get stopped disregarding that stop arm. And again, it's not to be mean, it's not to be heavy-handed as far as tickets are, it's to keep these kids safe. Back to school is an exciting time, and we just want to make sure everyone is safe to do that.
And police are urging all drivers to stay alert, slow down, and follow the rules, especially during those busy mornings and afternoon hours when kids are walking, biking, and getting on and off of those buses.
All right, yes, definitely a good reminder this time of year. Switching gears a little bit here, last night was National Night Out. The yearly event held nationwide is meant to help build the relationship between law enforcement and the community. We've got some video to let you take a look here from this event. And it really is just a way to have a little fun. Now, in Gibson County, authorities were at the fairgrounds from 4 to 8. Evansville police were at the C.K. Newsom Center from 6 to 8:30, and Henderson police hosted their event at Henderson High School. Now, that one was from 6:30 to 8:30. Of course, all of these events, they were absolutely free for everyone. We saw kids out there, Mitch, getting to interact with law enforcement. There were even some raffles, just all kinds of really fun stuff out there. And if you did miss it, no worries at all. They're going to do this again next year. So just a great event to really get to know your law enforcement. Love that they do this. And of course, we were there to kind of of capture some of those moments this year. It's every year, I think, is what
It
we
is
said,
every
right?
year, yeah. And a great job to our reporter, Emma Beck, on that
Yes.
story. She crushed it out there. Lots of fun. And last but not least here, looking ahead, the night market is back in downtown Evansville. The big event is set for 5 to 8 this coming Friday night here. Officials say more than 50 local vendors will be set up there on 6th Street, and that'll stretch from Sycamore to Locust Street. Officials say there's going to be live music, activities, and food trucks, plus all those downtown businesses there will be open for customers. New this year, though, officials say Dora is going to be available, which of course means those over 21 can buy alcohol in an official Dora cup and then take it with them as they walk around and explore that night market there. Should be fun.
Lots of fun for sure. Of course, we were downtown Evansville yesterday shooting some new sunrise promos. It'll be hitting a TV screen near you. Stay tuned. So overall, been a great morning, though. We have just really been leaning into all of our coverage on the back to school events taking place all around the tri-state area. We've been trying to keep you guys up to date. Reminder, check your school calendars. We said you don't want to miss your first day of school.
No,
Mitch.
very important there. Very important there. Can't risk that. As far as back to school goes, we've had Leslie Chapman, one of our reporters, with us here all week long, kind of doing the sunrise reporting, doing a great job out there talking to school officials and law enforcement. So far so good. It's been a very successful back to school week here. I know continuing this week and then the next week, lots of schools continuing to go back there and kids getting, back into the groove there as far as school goes. But overall, yeah, pretty nice little week here.
Yeah, I'll say it's kind of bittersweet. I think for both parents or guardians and their kids as well. I think as kids, we were always like, boo, summer's over, boo, school. But then once you get into the swing, I think it's good to see your friends. You get back into the sports you get to play and activities. And of course, as parents, you got to let go a little bit, got to let them enjoy their school year. And it gives you kind of a chance to take a beat. So we just want to wish everyone well this school year. We hope you stay safe out there this school year. Keep an eye on the roads for all of our students and buses. And that'll do it for us today here on our streaming show.
Absolutely. Right now, it is 8:43, coming up on 8:44. You guys have a great rest of your Wednesday. Enjoy the midway point of your week. And we'll see you back here bright and early tomorrow at 8:30.
We'll
Take
see
care.
you then. Bye.